Hi guys, happy Diwali. I put together this really simple look for you guys, incorporating a pop of color, something different to what I usually do. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I've made it super simple for you guys to follow, so this shouldn't take long at all. Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. I have already prepped my base today because I didn't want to make this video too long. So for foundation today guys, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. I'm actually in the shade 220 Natural Beige, and I'm telling you guys, I love this foundation. It is literally one of the best foundations I have ever used, and the shade is really good. It's a good match for me as well. I'm trying to be so careful. I don't want to get any makeup on my saree. I'm such a clumsy person when it comes to makeup. Just to make it easier today, I'm going to be using my Lush Minerals Full Coverage Foundation Brush, and I'm going in with quite a generous amount. I like to dot the foundation on my face first because that kind of distributes the coverage. I know this is a really Instagram tutorial technique, but I like it. And then I'm going in with the same foundation brush and I'm just going to stipple it in. Make sure to press it into the skin as opposed to swipe it, because you will get the most flawless coverage and the most even coverage. You don't want anything to be looking super cakey or streaky as well, so this is a really good idea. Do you guys notice the coverage? It's already so good. Okay guys, now that's blended in, you guys can see how effective that foundation is. It really covers everything up and it still leaves that beautiful dewy kind of nice finish. I really like the coverage. I like to go in with a damp beauty sponge. This one's actually from Tarte, so I'm going to just dab over my foundation. This will just ensure any minor streakiness or any excess product is soaked up by the sponge. I think this technique is really effective because sponges traditionally absorb a lot of product, and by going in with the brush first, you are creating that beautiful coverage and really maximizing the foundation, and then you just go in with the sponge to kind of get rid of anything that's sitting on the surface and not fully absorbed. For concealer today, I'm using the Beauty Blender Bounce Concealer. I absolutely love this. I'm in the shade 3.2W Medium Sand. Sorry, I was saying I love the way this conceals my dark circles. It's amazing. So that's how I map out my face. I think this is like the perfect way to conceal my face shape. I do have quite a round face and I do have quite dark circles, so I like a little more concealer under my eyes. Not so much down my forehead because I do have a small forehead. I don't mind creating a highlight in the center so it does look a bit bigger, but yeah, I just add a little bit there so it gives it dimension rather than changing the shape too much. For cream contour today, because we want to look extra snatched, I'm going in with the Fenty cream contour. This is in the shade number 5 Teddy, and I really like the color of this as well. Do you guys notice how I actually haven't set my concealer or blended it out yet? The reason for this is I feel like you should let the concealer get a little tacky and a little more dry before blending it out. It retains the coverage more. In the meantime, I'm just going to go in with the cream bronzer. I really like the color of this bronzer. I feel like it's not too warm and it's not too cool. Well, it's definitely more on the cool side, but it's not like that super ashy looking color. So of course I've concealed down the bridge of my nose, so I want to make sure I contour around the outsides as well. Next, I'm just blending out that concealer that I applied earlier using that same Tarte sponge, which I absolutely love. So the reason I actually press this into my skin is because I don't want to ruin where I placed it, and I don't want my whole face to become bronze. That can be a rookie error. Next, I'm using the Fenty cream blush in the shade Rose Latte, and I'm just really softly pressing that into my cheeks. So just the apples of my cheeks, and what I like to do is I like to blend it upwards into my bronzer. If you have a skinnier face and you want, or like maybe a longer face and you want to kind of make your cheeks stick out a bit more, I'd suggest just applying it on the apples of your cheeks. But if you do want your face to look a little more snatched like I do, I would suggest taking it a little higher and blending it into that bronzer. And because I want that super bright effect, I'm going in with the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. This one is in the shade Sugar Cookie. I'm aware that this shade is a little light, but I am pressing that into my under eyes because I know I'm going to be applying a dark color on my eyelids and I want a really bright under eye area. And just dusting it off. So I've just dusted off the excess. The reason I did this before I did my eyeshadow is because I have quite dry under eyes and I don't want to get a super like liney, creasy kind of effect. So let's just do that. But if your under eyes don't really get dry, you can actually leave it there because it does collect the fallout and it is quite an effective technique. Next, I'm going in with MAC NC42. This is the color I use to set my face. I think it's a little bit darker, which is nice. It kind of makes me look a little more bronzed, but this is honestly a preference. I know a lot of people go one shade lighter with their setting powder. It's really up to you what kind of effect you like. For my eyes today, I'm going to be using two palettes, the first of which is the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. I really think it's quite unique and it does have some funky shades in it. So this is the transition shade I'm starting with. It's called Crash. And I'm just hitting that in little windshield wiper motions. Now that that color is down, I'm going to go in with the shade Libra, which is this purpley color. I'm just focusing that on the outer corner of my eye, just below my transition, just to give a little bit more color. And just run that under your lower lash line as well. Okay, now this could be a bit scary, but I want to dip into the shade Mercury, this one. I've never actually used the shade on my eyelids, so let's see how it goes. How pretty is this shade, you guys? It came on so pigmented and I haven't even wet my brush. And I'm basically just patting this in the area that I want that blue to be. I'm not taking it too high. That is so pretty, wow. Why haven't I used this shade before? By the way, guys, my brush is actually completely dry. So next I'm going to go in with this Urban Decay palette, guys. I can't remember the name, I'll leave it in the description. But I really want to use this blue. So this one's a little bit lighter than the one in the Huda Beauty palette. Okay, so because I've already got quite a bit of color on my eye, I don't think I want to do liner today. If you do have quite big eyelids, I really don't have big eyelids at all. So that's why I kind of stay away from bold colors as well as liner because it kind of really overpowers my eye shape. But if you do have more of a lid than I do, honestly go for a bold liner and it would look stunning. I'm gonna quickly pop on some lashes and I will be back. Okay guys, so I just popped on lashes. You guys can see there's a bit of white glue showing through, but that'll dry clear. So while that's happening, I'm going to be working on my lower lash line and applying mascara and things like that. So I just thought I'd do it on camera. The mascara I'm gonna be using is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara, and I'm just going to coat the falsies with them as well because this is a really natural pair but I love it. For my highlighter today, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter. This is one of my favorites, and using my Morphe M510 brush, I'm going to apply that. For lips today, I'm going to be using this MAC lip liner. This one is in the shade Stripdown and it is one of my favorites. And I'm just following the natural lip shape. I'm not really overlining too much because it is quite a nude color and I'm just going to try and keep it within the lines. And then I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty Unbuttoned lip paint and I absolutely love this color. It's the perfect nude. And in the center of my lips, I'm going in with this lipstick. This is Tarte in the shade Party. It's like this mini I got when I purchased a lot of shade tapes and I don't have any more of this shade and I think it's discontinued. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna pop on a bindi. And this is the finished look, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It is a super simple and easy Diwali look incorporating a bit of color. So if you are new to using colors or you want to try something newer, this is a very easy tutorial to follow. If you do have any questions, please comment down below and I will be sure to respond to you. And please subscribe to my channel because it means a lot. If this is something that you like to see and would like to see more of, please give this video a thumbs up. If you guys are interested in quick makeup tutorials and more regular content, be sure to follow me on my Instagram. I will leave the handle on the screen and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!